This is the Pixel 6a. It's actually a great performer. So do we go Pixel 6a or 7? Let's discuss this on
Engineer Reacts.
Obviously, the 6a will have differences in aesthetics and size. However, there are 3 differences that I would like to kind of talk about that will impact real-world usage. First is Tensor. We go from Tensor 1 to Tensor 2. So what this means is it's the same core configuration but slightly reconfigured. So some of the cores have higher efficiency, but the big change is the die shrink. We go from 5 nanometers to a 4 nanometer size. So what die shrinks do is essentially this. It, one, costs less to manufacture, so it improves efficiency, and what the byproduct of that is, it improves battery life and also reduces temperature, so the cores don't have to work as hard as the previous year or the previous processor. So the next thing is the GPU. So the GPU on Tensor definitely is decent. But if you're looking at games like, for example, Genshin Impact, it's not going to have the impact, no pun intended, as something like a Xiaomi 12S Ultra, okay? 12S Ultra is one of the best performing. Currently what we're looking at with Genshin, and not everybody plays Genshin, it's just a great benchmark when we talk about phone performance and gaming performance, because it's really tough for a lot of phones that may say they are something on paper. They may say they have an 8100 Dimensity processor. They may say they have a Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1, but the proof is in the pudding. Can they play Genshin? So currently, Pixel is about, it can dip all the way down to 30 frames per second and go up to 45. So say average 37 frames per second, whereas a Xiaomi 12S Ultra is at 57 frames per second. So quite a bit different. Now, the GPU is supposed to be upgraded. It's still a Mali GPU, and it's supposed to have an increase of 20%. So if you're looking to do other tasks besides the assistant-based tasks with Tensor, it'll be a good story to tell going to the Pixel 7. Next is the cameras. When we talk about Pixel, the upgrade from last year, so if we look at the company Vivo, this is the Vivo X80 Pro, and this is the GN1 sensor, and this sensor has been used by them since their V60. So they've had multiple generations with this sensor. This is still one of the best sensors that you can buy outside of the Sony 989. This is a tried and true sensor. It's the Sony IMX363. Google has been able to hone the algorithms for years, so they're really good at that. So the difference between this and this Vivo will be depth of field. So I have a few photos that show that. So the next is memory and storage. You have 6 GB versus 8 GB and 128 versus 256. So there is some limitation. I wouldn't worry about the RAM as much. I would more worry about the memory. So if you're taking videos and stuff like that. All right, so it'll be up to you whether or not these differences warrant the upgrade. And before I go, there will probably be someone in the comments that will write that I miss 60 Hz. However, I simply wanted to dedicate as much time as the other YouTubers dedicated to Apple 14 and 14 Plus 60 Hz. Yep, that about covers it. By the way, I have a ton of Pixel content on my channel, so if you want to see more, click here. Every moment watched is truly appreciated, and with that, we're out.